withholding and a lack of trust can take form in romantic relationships or pursuits.
I love the change, the sudden change of direction. Like, oh. So, well, yes, is the answer. So I would imagine that you're asking how.
Like, how does it take form? Yeah, so we recognize it, you know?
Yeah, right. So I was talking a little bit before about the creative nature of relationship, and that we have this process that's happening, this like a creative zone that we're entering into when we can get it to work, right? Where the there's the potential of the creation of the two people that is aided. There's a creative movement, right, that's happening, and then it's aided by this deeper and deeper introspection that's happening by both of the individuals. And that when this is happening, each individual is gaining more of their potential in the process. So they're deepening. Sometimes this is uncomfortable, sometimes it's not, right? They're deepening into the full expression of themselves, and they're simultaneously co-creating with each other externally in all the different facets of the relationship and life. So trust is, and you could call it generosity, giving, is essential to this process. Right? So when the trust breaks down, when you don't have trust, you basically arrest this process. If you don't trust, you won't listen to what another person is bringing to you. You won't really fully take it in, so you can't expand in your capacity. And you could say, well, like, that expansion is sometimes one of the most difficult things to do in relationship, because we want to assert our rightness. We want to assert a certain sense of like, this is what is good for me or whatever. And instead of being able to work in relationship to allow what is being brought forward to expand us beyond what we thought was possible, right? Then we become a bigger person. We become more complete. And when this is going in when this is really truly working, and the other person does as well. But we have to allow ourselves to be impacted. If we don't allow ourselves to be impacted, then what happens is, because of lack of trust, right? What happens is we stop listening and we stop growing, and then we stop creating. Right? Because these two things work simultaneously. So if I stop growing in my capacity and you stop growing in your capacity, then our ability to create becomes stifled. We no longer have the same potential. So trust breaks things in that way. Trust stops us from being able to work with that generative, creative, expansive process. And withholding is just really a simple, like a symptom of lack of trust. So, it's just like one of the ways that we can represent is by not fully sharing. If we're not fully sharing, then we are breaking down the capacity for that unfolding to happen. And so this is something that everybody is challenged with in a certain way. Like but some people are challenged with it in a significant way. And but we're all going to reach places where it is challenging for us to lean into that expansion, and where we question whether or not we even should, whether or not that expansion is truly serving us or not. This is some of the difficult terrain and challenges of relationship.